You don't need a calculator for this one. Calculator ready, we'll be fine. We're calling someone in about 20 seconds. Ten seconds. Okay, folks. You need more time? You need more time? At least have a seat. 2 more minutes. 20 seconds. Okay. Let's see if this is working. There we go. Okay. Haley K, could you help me with this one, please?
Yeah, so I did log base 4 of 4, 3x minus 2. But the power of equals log base 4 of 2 to the power of like x plus 2.
Seems like someone's been working with a tutor. I feel like someone's been working with a tutor or something, which is fine. Okay. Yeah, that's not how we did it, but this works, and I'll talk about it. Nice. Yeah, okay. Very nice.
And then you distribute the x by 2, and then x log equal to 3 plus 2 log equal to 3. And then you get all of the x's on the same side, like factoring x log equal to 3 and adding 3 to
Nice. So adding 2 gives you 2 plus 2 log base 4 of 3.
that's the left side. And I got 3 minus log equal to 3. And then and then
Okay.
and then divided by 3 minus log equal to 3 plus 2 log equal to 3 divided by 3 minus log equal to 4 log. And then I left it there.
Well, I think mission's accomplished. You solved for X. Very, very nicely done. Yes. Yes. But it would be equivalent, but a different answer. Yeah, it would look like it would resemble it, but things would be a little bit or differently placed. Okay, thank you for that. That was really interesting to choose log base 4.
The 3x minus 2 is slightly harder than x plus 2, like 22.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's a toss-up. Honestly, it could have been easily done with base 3 or base 4. Yes, Katie? Yes, unless you did something wrong. So it seems like some of you are working with tutors, which is great. And it's fine. I don't mind. I do want to translate to how we did it in class and then maybe talk about how you may have done it with your tutor. Yes, Ellen? I'm sorry, are you on with this?
So like 2 log base 4 is 3.
So from here, you kind of put the x's on the other side. Yeah, so that's like multiplying. That's like multiplying the top and bottom by -1.
That's
That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's one interesting thing. As math gets more abstract, I guess you could say, there are multiple ways to represent the same thing, at least. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, let me talk about that. So we have a path that, like a conversation that's flowing. From class, we could go from here to here. That's just saying that a to the x is equal to c. We could change that to log base a of c equals b. Hope that makes sense. If we have 4 to the something, and this is like equal to only c, then it's log base 4 of this side, that's c equals is 4 to the 3x minus 2.
So it's like, what I mean is like basically what we're doing now, I just showed you.
Yeah, you did it slightly differently.
Okay.
You use log as an operation.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about that, but I just want to make sure that the people who are using the way I did it are okay with translating to where you got. So the way that we were thinking about it, it's just log base 4 of this 3 to the x plus 2 equals 3x minus 2. It just changed from exponential to purely logarithmic form. And then you can see from there, it's exactly what Haley was saying. And that's if we chose log base 4. If you chose base 4. If you chose base 3, I think at least chose base 3. It's gonna look a little bit different, but the quantities will end up the same. Now, Katie, you did an interesting way. I really like what you did, by the way. Yeah, and I like the method that Haley used. You can use log as an operation. So you could take the log of both sides and you could choose whatever base you want. So Haley chose base 4, and it seems like you chose ln, which is great. ln is great because you can use it on your calculator, and it's just 2 letters instead of 3 without writing the base. So if you do that, it would be like ln of 4, 3x minus 2 equals ln of 3 to the x plus 2. And from here, they're both sides are ln, so we could take those exponents, move them all down, etc., etc. Is that what you did? Yeah, that's great. So you could do it that way. I'm not going to proceed with that, but if you want to pursue that, I'm happy to talk to you about that one-on-one. So hopefully you've worked it out so that you got a good answer. At least can you tell us what you got? What is the answer that you came up with? This, oh, okay, I see too. Okay, okay. So you took that. I like what you did. Yes. I prefer 3 log of 4. But either one is fine. Did anyone else get this? Who's base 3? Okay, good. Either one, no. Any of these is fine. So, and Katie, could you tell us what you got with ln? Okay, good.
I got 2 ln minus 2 ln.
Minus 2 ln of 4, okay.
Over ln minus ln.
That's ln 3. Thank you. Anyone is perfectly fine, as long as you did it correctly. And I think, yeah, yes. You can, but what's the point? Like if it cancels on the bottom, then yes. But if there's no point to factoring, then don't. But if you did, I wouldn't take off points unless you factored incorrectly, and that would be just sad. Oh, yeah, Chloe, and then Alicia. Oh, sure. Okay, we'll take the exponents down. 3x minus 2 times ln of 4 equals x plus 2. I'm making sure to keep those in parentheses, with the quantities. Now these x's are locked in the parentheses, so what we're going to do is use a special property called distributive property. 3x ln of 4 minus 2 ln of 4 equals x times ln of 3 plus 2 ln of 3. Does that make sense? I just distributed. And now we have a couple terms with x's. We'll move them both to the same side. It looks like Katie chose to move them to the left. Is that right? Okay. So we have 3x ln of 4 minus x ln of 3 equals, and now moving this one over, we have 2 ln of 3 plus 2 ln of 4. Factor out the x, 3 ln of 4 minus ln of 3 equals 2 ln of 3 plus 2 ln of 4. And I think that leads nicely to this. Make it faster. That's at least, oh, I'm sorry, at least I think that. It seems so arbitrary, doesn't it? It has to do with a different property that we actually haven't talked about. It's solving by observation. If log of A is equal to log of B, I hope it makes sense just from here. A is equal to B. So by extension of that, if we wanted to, we could just go backward and have the log of both. Correct. Yeah, if you're solving, you just use it like an operator. Okay. Oh, you did common logarithm? That sounds great. Yeah. So, no, I prefer ln to 20. So all these are basically replaced with log. So. What? Oh, so this is. Yeah. Oh, no. That's why I'm moving. Oh, so this. Oh, sorry. Oh, I see. Okay, this. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Ellen. I'm having a hard time figuring out where you're jumping in. Log base 3 of 4. Oh, this is just saying 3x times log base 3 of 4 minus 2 log base 3 of 4. And remember, this is just a number. There's no need to get the 3 out. You want to isolate the x eventually. But yeah, you're going to divide by 3 and log base 3 of 4. Let me see if I could get an example of that. Oh, like right here. I think this is maybe what you're talking about. Kinda. Yes, exactly. Plus whatever else, and you need to factor out the x, and then the rest is divided through. Okay, okay. What do you think? That's why I said any of these is okay. Like, Chloe, your choice. ln, you'd use it if there's an e, or if it says expressed in terms of ln. But, yeah, exactly. So I feel like I've taken a place where many of you might be more confused than when we started at that. It was definitely not the intention. So don't freak out about this. This is not a huge part of today's quiz, but this will be a portion of today's quiz. I do want to get to the kind stuff though. But ultimately just be mindful about what you're doing. Don't guess anything. Use the properties that we've done in class or properties that I've verified are okay, like taking the log of both sides, like some of you have seen, is fine. Okay, let us go to the packet. Luckily, today is a short day, so if I'm going to be late, and again, I apologize. You know I hate tardiness, and then to be tardy myself, it's super embarrassing. So my apologies. If that ever happens, if your teacher is just like 2 minutes late, go to the office. Whatever class you're taking, go to the office and say, are you coming or are you okay? We're alone. I know that no one wants to be the person to do that. I know that, but pursuit of excellence involves that. Okay. I think you could probably already solve number one. I'm going to give you a moment to go ahead and solve that one. Today we're doing log equation. Exponential equation. Did you get it? Did you get it? Okay. I'd like to hear from the one and only Kara. Do you have any idea about what to do here? Okay. So, okay. Okay. Nice.
So I did, fourth variable. So.
Are we good? Thank you very much. So one difference with exponential functions and logarithmic functions is the domain. The domain of exponential functions, we discuss domain and just domain of exponential and logarithmic. Okay. So for exponentials, domain is from negative infinity to positive infinity. Logarithm the same, from 0 to infinity. So you just have to be careful, like if you get something like x equals -4, it would be extraneous. So sometimes in these equations, you're going to get an extraneous solution. So just be careful that to check any answer you get. The answer that Kara got is perfect. Like if you plug that in, you'll see it's true and beautiful. Yeah. Yes. You're right. We have to make sure that whatever's in there has to be greater than 0. In this case, x plus 3 is greater than 0. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So yeah, you could get an answer of x equals -1 and be like, here, it might work. It doesn't break the logarithm. Yeah. Can you say that one more time? Are we good with that? Thank you. I feel like you could do this one too. I think you can. I believe in you. I believe you can fly. No, you can't go. I hope you can fly.
I used to want to like, I think I'd rather. Because I have this confidence. Oh, I don't. I would see. Yeah, and some of the words I don't have to do.
It looks like you guys.
You might be like the dolphins don't like bringing them.
Okay, folks. I'd like to hear from the one and only Chloe. Log E like this. Did I write it correctly? Oh, base E. Okay, I misunderstood. Okay. Oh, interesting. 2x to the power 3 like this. Which one do you want to do? Okay, yeah, let's pursue this way. This is interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. So you're gonna rewrite it as like 8x cubed like that. Okay. I like it. That's what you got. You want to pursue the other way that you tried? With that plus 3? So let's just see. Let's just see what happens here. So 4. Okay. And then oh, why did I put 3? Sorry, e to the 4th equals 2x. So you did what's called the scenic route, and I think it was very pleasant. It was very pleasant. It was a nice drive. We saw some butterflies, and we got to the same place safely. Thank you for the tour. And either way works. It's fine. I just make sure you have enough time for everything. But yeah, I think the key was giving more to that x when we have to solve for x. So just be careful. But you can see it wasn't wrong. Okay, note after you solve any logarithmic equation, you must check for extraneous. Yay. And these are specific for logarithm because the domain of logarithm is limited. So just be careful. Can I just divide by log? Is that a thing I can do? No, please never multiply by log. Don't divide by log. You can take the log of both sides. But here on the left, what we're going to do is take those two logs and mush them together. We're going to condense to make it a single logarithm, log base 2 of x times x minus 7. And I'm going to group to get those together with brackets just to be extra clear. I think you could answer from here. I feel like you got the power. You got the power. Your neighbor got what you got. Okay, Elise, can you help us with this, please? Okay, so x squared minus 7x. I imagine you subtracted 8 from both sides. Okay, and also the first one, log base 2 of -1. Uh-uh. Yeah, so we get two answers, but only one of them is valid. So please dismiss the other one. Should we check to see if this even works? Let's do it. Log base 2 of 8 plus log base 2 of 1. What is log base 2 of 8? There's no hope for the future. Log base 2 of 8 is what? 3, and log base 2 of 1 is it true that 0 plus 1 is 3? So 3 plus 0 is 3. That's what I meant to say. You know what I meant. Sorry about that. There's no hope. There's obviously no hope for the future with that kind of guidance. Okay, on the left side, we're going to change that into 1 log being ln of x. X plus 2 over 4x plus 3. Okay, this takes a little bit of a different approach. Do you see what comes next? Completely different here. We have ln equals ln. We'll just take the arguments and make them equal to each other. Salud. I didn't lose. I just slow. I like right before last. Uh-huh. And now? Yeah. Or you can cross multiply. It works out to be the same. Are they both okay? You got these two answers, don't you? We have to dismiss. Do we just always dismiss the negative answers?
No.
No, only if it makes a negative in the argument. Okay. Now there is this. I think you could do this. If you can't, we'll go over this next time. Yeah, I want to give you a little transition here. I don't want to like do something like before the quiz like this. Okay, thank you.